So hi guys.
Why haven't you started?
Trying to get the angles right.
Yep. I'm still waiting for one more person.
Now, this is actually nice.
Hello?
Farm palm wine.
Really?
Sorry guys.
Yeah, let's move back again.
Please,
Let's
I'm not
let's
moving.
put it
I
like
am
let's turn it like this.
Today, this week, right? Our focus is insecurity. Like, guys, I don't know. I think we should start from the definition, and then we should then relate it to how it affects every one of us. Like by definition, right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Insecurity is a state of like living in fear. Just being in danger. Like the fact that you don't have that freedom to do basically what you. Yes. So I can tell you for a fact that Nigeria is insecure as it is. I don't know how many of you.
very much insecure.
I don't know how many of you have had.
Have to look over our shoulders like every single day.
Like every single day you hear cases of
what's gonna happen.
exactly you're certain of what's going to happen next. You're in a public bus and you're looking left, right, and center. People tell you don't hold your phone up, don't do this, tuck your money properly, make sure your hand is on your wallet when you're walking. Just make sure you're conscious of the fact that
it's my bag like this.
And then you're all clapping it. And your phone, every 5 minutes, you have to touch your phone if you're in your pockets.
And it's even so funny that I don't know how many of you it has happened to, but I've heard and I've been in situations where even with a police officer there, I feel even less secure.
It's even worse.
You see,
It's not supposed to be, but like, it's worse because I don't know. There's a saying that people say talk about like policemen and laws. That they say, oh, if you policemen are not your friend, like do not keep a policeman friend as a friend, because if you have a policeman as a friend, this same policeman is still going to go behind your back, what his other colleagues plot against you. For instance, let's say you suddenly get a particular, maybe you get money or they know they are doing well. This same policeman will come to you and be like, oh, don't worry, you're fine. And behind, they're telling, go to them, you get money, collect money from you. Like, you're not safe even having a policeman as your neighbor or being around you. Like, so why do we have policemen?
So why did they say the police is your friend?
Why? Like, it's unbelievable. I've seen situations whereby policemen who are protect the citizens are raping women on the road. They are falsely arresting people, and they're even falsely accusing them and pinning crimes on people who are like innocent, and they know they're innocent, but it's like, it's my job, I'm a policeman, it's my word against yours, what are you going to do about it? And it's just crazy to think that even with all the suffering and all the insecurities, the people who are supposed to even protect us are not even doing their job.
And I don't know what is fueling it, because there are actually several dimensions to insecurity. Somebody is trying to feed. So there was an ant situation. So so there are several levels to the insecurity that we talk about. I mean, we can look at it food insecurity, we can look at it insecurity whereby people cannot walk freely. You have to get into your house by 6 p.m. or else like, and all of, even during the daytime it's not safe. There's proliferation of firearms, there is insecurity on the internet, there is anybody can hack you today. You're not safe just being on the web. Like it's just different dimensions. I don't know which I don't know which one. Yeah.
So look at it very well. The economic insecurity, let me put it that way. It's even like that's the top of it affecting Nigerians right now. Like even while you're at work, while you're selling your wares, when you're running your startups, you just don't know what will happen next because the fear of things are going up, prices are going high. I'm probably going to be running into a debt, a loss. All those things affecting the economy. It even keeps the mind of the average Nigerian insecure because you just don't know. Okay, fine. There's insecurity on the road. There's insecurity with the security system. There's insecurity in the family. There's insecurity everywhere, and we just don't know where we can tie this all to.
You're starting to be very delusional, and in the sense that I feel like if like a large population of Nigeria now, if we move to other countries that are safe, when we start doing other things, to be looking at us that, are we crazy? Why? Because you're so used to looking over your shoulder. You can be working in a very safe country, looking over, like, who's just looking at you like,
Looking at you like, yeah,
I feel like if they take us and put us in their countries, we are going to be like 100% delusional. They will just say these people delusional. That's it. Because of the things that we've had to deal with, we've had to look out for ourselves, even in situations where government or the country should be looking out for us. And you're just like,
But how do we really begin to address this? Because we now know that the problem is there, right?
Yeah.
The problem is multifaceted. There's a whole lot. But how do we begin to address it? I'm thinking of a situation where people have come out to say state police, for example, across political divides are saying state police. The Amotekun guys came out, proscribed indigenous people. Yeah. So all of that is like an element, people saying bring back vigilantes, everybody should get like neighborhood watch. If Lagos even started a neighborhood watch scheme, I don't know how well that is doing. And then everybody's just like, protect yourself. Well, how do we do it? How do we protect ourselves? Especially when you look at the fact that, hey, for you to actually get top-notch security, you need money. You need money. It boils down to money. Because if you want to hire a Megad, for example, you need to pay the Megad. I don't know how many Megads collect 30,000 now again per month. I'm just saying, but those are like issues. Because if you ask me, the state architecture of security has really failed.
That's like failed 100%. And I feel like in some neighborhoods they're talking about security, right? I feel like one of the things that has kept some neighborhoods
And we
safe
see people putting up gated communities, and the government is coming out to say, hey, don't gate
Don't
up some
gate
of these
up some of
communities
these
for me.
communities.
How do you expect
How
them to
do you
protect
expect them-
themselves?
So I have a situation, right? So in my area, right, there's this thing that he called neighborhood watch. Like those are one of the things that actually keeps the area safe, because before this neighborhood watch thing started, like they like you just go into people's homes. Like there was even a situation where they went to rob a man, his gun on his head, died, machete somebody just to rob. And the funny thing is, what do they even have? Like it's just so crazy.
It's so funny.
now
Yeah,
they
what
started-
do these people
these
actually
folks don't
have?
even have? Like it's just
that
so
you wanna
crazy
take?
that they don't even have anything. And you're going imagine going to face me and slap your house and saying you want to rob them, and now butchering like these people are even like struggling. Like what do they have? So right, the community they now said building up gated walls, like so before it gets from this end of this street to the end of the street, you
Yeah.
have gates there. So you can't get in and out until you confirm
identify,
your
yes.
identity,
Yeah.
right? So it's still making things harder because now movement, right?
Yeah.
So public transport can't pass places like that anymore. Bikes can't pass places like that anymore. So it's not like making things harder because now you have to get to a particular point before you can get transport to get to your home. So we know that this is for our own security, but like it is very inconvenient, right? So sometimes we have to just do the inconvenient stuff just to make sure that we are safe and secure. The same way you are going out, you are holding your bag, and they pay you. But you know that if you don't hold that bag,
You're
if
gonna
you snatch
lose
your bag,
more than
you
the
are
hand
going
that's gonna pay you.
imagine going somewhere and trying to rush and get back home before 6 or before 7 when you could easily just find somewhere to stay, but you're not even safe. People are even lodging in hotels, and the next morning they're finding them dead. People are lodging in hotels the next morning, even robbing them and stealing them of their property. So it's like nowhere is safe. Nothing is safe. You cannot even they even see you on the street going homeless. They will think you want to come and steal or something. They will
I mean,
still mob you.
that's
So
it.
it's just
this is subject to anybody can debunk this, but I've heard situations where police officers will tell you that they don't even have enough funding to do regular patrols.
yes.
Like,
I've heard that too.
I mean, anybody.
Those are just regular patrols.
Yes.
Over the years, over time, they always been. They don't even have
Petrol.
strong enough petrol. They don't have strong enough ammunition to even counter robberies and all.
Like imagine reporting a case to the police officers or to police, and police is like, yeah, you're fueling my car because the car's no fuel in our patrol car for like this week or so. Now you go buy fuel and stuff. And it's like, so I'm calling you to come and defend me.
You don't even
I-
have
I'm-
to actually.
I'm paying for you to come and defend me. Why are you taking out tax?
No,
Why
aside
are
from
you
that,
taking
yeah,
money from me?
we already pay. This is a civil, like it's a public service, right? Every one of us are paying tax to the government, and
Yes.
the government is supposed to use these taxes to actually
To address
fund
this issue.
healthcare, to fund security, to fund education, to fund infrastructure. And so, why do we have to then pay
Pay extra, like
a police officer to
Okay.
just to?
I'm paying
Have
tax.
you even heard very silly situations where you want to write statement, they tell you to pay for biro,
Pen, yes.
pay for paper? I'm like,
Yes.
how?
You will
Like,
pay for pen, you will
what
pay
is
for paper.
what is happening really? Like,
It's ab-
okay, so
insane.
guys, I mean, we don't want this to be too long. Anybody who's watching this, if you've ever been in that same situation, I mean, let us know. Comment, share. Let's hear your thoughts, really. But guys, before we go, I mean, what do you guys have to say so that we just round this up?
Well, first of all, yeah, I would say like for the past few weeks, every time there's a problem, the internet is quick to say that blame it on the government, blame it on the government. But I think the change starts with us, first of all. If we actually do what's right, and I know we actually know what's right, and then we report certain situations that needs to be reported, we actually abstain from certain breaking certain laws and all, yeah, then definitely I think things will work out a little better. Yeah, there will be that improvement. So that's it. So rather than blame the government or look for someone to blame, let's start from changing our own mindset about how
Well,
to make things better.
blame the government, first of all. And yeah, so because it is their fault. But honestly, I think we all have our parts to play, right? Do your best. Do your due diligence. Do not even think of cheating people out of there, because I mean the country is already hard enough, right?
Yeah.
Do your best. Leave the rest, because I think other situations too, we actually have like a very major part to play in, like price inflation and all that. Honestly, sometimes dollar is not affecting anything. We have problems.
The one that is
But
putting it
we
high.
all know that. We won't say it because the country is hard enough, but you and me both, we know the truth, right? So yeah, so blame the government, do your due diligence, do your parts. Like there's just so much more that we can actually do. We have so much talent and so much resources to be where we are right now. And it's sad. It's sad to see this happen, but I mean it's our reality. So
I don't know what the index is in terms of the most secure countries, but I think Nigeria will be somewhere like, really down
Very
the
bottom.
ladder. And so I'm not supporting this dude. I'm with you. Blame the government. See, this is where you begin to ask fundamental questions. Why would a politician go around with 20 policemen?
Why?
He still has DSS, he
What are
still
you
has,
so
maybe soldiers and all of that.
It's like
And the average citizen on the streets, right? There are no
Mhm.
patrol vehicles on the road. They don't even have policemen to secure, the roads, other communities.
That's the funny part. And that's the funny part. The
secure.
government are not telling their own people in office not to use the patrol, but they're telling civilians who are in power, who are rich,
So not
use
the
patrol.
problem is not the patrol. Right? It's a problem, but the problem is the fact that they know that they need patrol. So they know that this place is not safe, like we are not safe, and I need patrol. So if you as a person, you know that it's not safe and you're using patrol, like think about the thousands of other people
Yeah.
living within
We're
that same community.
230 million, I think,
Million.
at this
Think about the
point.
millions of people living
Before
in that.
we do the next census in November, I think that's about it, but I don't know.
So think
The
about the
census will
millions
confirm.
This
of
happen.
other people.
Are we
No,
sure
the
the census
census,
is gonna happen?
the census is happening. According
They
to
don't-
according to official sources, they say the census is happening this year, 2024 in November. In November.
So that's the issue. So it's not that they are not aware. These people are aware. They know what is going on, but they are just not. I don't know if they are not equipped, or it's just not their business, or they are just good with the way they are. But
So Jumoke has taken over my, my monologue to
Hmm.
to end. So, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think the police is unfunded. I don't think they're underfunded. I just think they're not putting their priorities right. I also think the police need more equipment. I think they need more personnel. According to statistics, I think we have less than, maybe I might be wrong, but I think less than 300,000 or 400,000 policemen, like
for like millions.
for millions of people.
Millions of people.
So you can see, that the mathematics doesn't work. right? So you have to address those problems. I know we have civil defense. I know we have other
Other powers,
paramilitary agencies and all of that are supposed to take care of some of these lapses and all of that, but they are not working as well as they should. So I just think Nigeria, we would get there, but it might take a while. But for now, right, everybody, please clutch your bags, clutch your purses,
be your own police.
be your own police
Be
officer.
your own police officer.
Always look over your shoulders.
And please respect policemen when you see them. They are also a part of this country. Yeah, they are trying. I mean, that
They're
for
facing
me,
their hardship too.
exactly. For me, they are actually receiving more of the brunt of everything that is happening, right? So they don't have the tools to work, and then you as a citizen is facing him and saying, your guys are not doing that, black on black. When you see policemen out there, just know that, these guys just out there to extort you and all of that. So, I mean, these guys are also people's fathers, brothers, beg, come on, beg. Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Okay.
This has been Startup Vibes. We'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the love. Join the conversation.